Hey. Okay, it's showtime. Welcome, everyone. We'll be waiting for a few people to hop on, but welcome to Entrepreneurs on Fire. Entrepreneurs on Fire is an interview series that I am hosting this week, where every day I am highlighting a different entrepreneur who is thriving in their business. And so today I am super excited to interview Kelly Hartford. She is a multi-passionate entrepreneur. That's all I have to say. When I met Kelly a few years back, she was an entrepreneur in network marketing, and then she became a health coach and was going the solopreneur route. And now she's just launched a franchise. So just goes to show you that business and being an entrepreneur can look like a lot of different things, as you've seen from what I just mentioned with Kelly and from the various entrepreneurs that I had on this week. So I'm super excited to interview Kelly and let her share her journey. Throughout all of these phases of her entrepreneurship the last few years, we have worked together. So this is going to be a really fun interview. So welcome to the broadcast, Kelly.
Hi.
So we are streaming to Facebook, to a couple different platforms on Facebook and on YouTube. So wherever you're chiming in from, please drop us a hello in the comments. Let us know where you're chiming in from. And if you're watching it in replay later tonight, just hit hashtag replay. Let us know that you're here. Love to see where everyone is coming from. So Kelly, I just want you to introduce yourself to the audiences and share who it is that you are, what your business is, and what your products are.
Okay. Well, hi, my name is Kelly Hartford. My new business that I am owning is a small business, and it's called Card My Yard Western Springs. And what we do is we put premier yard signs into yards for happy birthdays, for anniversaries, for new babies, schools, graduations. Really, anything you can celebrate, we can put it in your yard and celebrate it in a big way. So that's
oh my gosh. And if you've ever seen the yards that she does with the cards, it is like nothing you've ever seen before. Like go and type in Kelly Hartford, Card My Yard, and see what she is doing, because at a time right now where things are just so kind of dismal, right? It is so beautiful to see like these yards just lit up with these cards, and it just gives you a great feeling inside. So you're doing something that's so positive and optimistic, and you can feel it. You can feel it throughout the community when you see that decoration.
Yep.
So Kelly, I want you to share a little bit about where you were before you started engaging in coaching with me. So before we even get into that, I didn't mention to the audience, for those of you who don't know me, who are just chiming in for the first time, my name is Patricia Cimino, and I'm a certified coach. I'm an empowerment coach. I help people build that inner confidence, build that self-trust muscle so they can go after what they want personally and professionally now, not some time way off in the future, right? So I love sharing people's stories like Kelly, who have made big transformations with their lives with the work that we've done. So Kelly, just share where you were, like from the beginning, like before we met each other.
Before we met. So about 8 years ago, I got involved in a network marketing company, and I built a team. And I met Patty through that, actually. But I did this business. It's going on 8 years, and I actually still do a little bit of that on the side. But I built a very successful team in the Western Springs area, and we got a lot of people healthy, losing weight and everything like that. But the past, 3 years or so, I was kind of needing something new, and I needed to be sparked again and to get that live feeling. And I started looking around and what can I do, and that's when I hired Patty to figure out what's my next step, what's my game plan. And that's why I used her. And it's been quite a journey with Patty, because I feel like I really didn't know what I wanted to do. Was it right?
So I just want to tell you, Kelly she had IDK syndrome. That's what I've termed it. IDK syndrome is I don't know syndrome. I don't know. She just kept saying, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know.
Yep. So but I know I needed to do something, because I can't sit at home. I mean, I love being a mom. I'm a mom of 4 kids. They're amazing. I've worked in schools. I love the schools, but I just knew I needed to probably be with adults or work with a group, a team or something like that. I got a little bit of a fix from doing my network marketing, and I felt like I liked growing something big. I liked making people happy, but I didn't know what that looked like. And so Patty really helped me figure out that I don't know syndrome. And she did a ton of different things. I learned more about myself than I ever had. I thought I was a pretty positive person. And at different times, I realized I wasn't as positive as I thought I was. And so Patty was great. She kind of opened up my eyes and made me really think, like, why do you say that? Why do you feel that? And I had to really dig deep down and figure out why I was feeling the way I was feeling. And that all led me to this today, pretty much. So, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think was the biggest challenge that you had to overcome? We just talked about the I don't know syndrome, but what was one of the biggest shifts, I should say, that you had?
I think one of the shifts that I had, like from a couple years ago, is, you know, I feel like I didn't really feel like I had anything special that I could give. Like I mean, I felt like I could help people. I'm always positive, but I couldn't figure out what that specialty was that I could find a business or find something to do. And I went from all different ideas. I mean, Patty and I went through so many different ideas of different entrepreneurial ideas. And I still have some of those that I might bring back later in my life. But, and you were so good. Like, you made me do the work, the hard work that I didn't really want to do. And every week I would be trying to figure out what I was doing, and you'd make me do homework, and you'd make me really figure out like
well, I didn't make you do it. It's optional, but
you're right. But I wanted to get the most out of our work together. And I knew if I didn't do what you asked of me, why was I even using you? Right? Because I wanted to better myself. I wanted to get a better idea of what I could do for people, what I could do for my family, what I could do for myself. And if I didn't do the ideas and homework that you gave me, then I don't know, there was nothing, so I did it. And I did try different things, right? Do you remember me going through different ideas, different thoughts? I did a lot of interviewing. I talked to different businesses. I mean, I did a lot of homework trying to figure out what I should do for myself. And so I finally got there. Finally.
Yeah, you did. But you but each week and each time we met, it all went back to like the belief system, like what you were thinking and believing about what it is that you were capable of, and what were some of the things that were getting in the way. And so what did you find to be like rewarding in that regards? When you said I learned a lot about myself, can you share what you mean by that a little bit?
Well, I learned how I wanted to see myself in the future. So you had me do some different things where I can't remember exactly what they were called, but the future of Kelly and what I looked like in the future. What did you call that?
Yeah, future you.
Future me, yes. And you wanted me to kind of see what I saw myself doing, 10 years from now, and what I looked like and how I felt. And I never let myself think like that. Like I always just thought in the moment. And typically in the moment, life can be really hard, so you don't think you can get past those hard moments, and you kind of feel stuck at times. And so if you could kind of see yourself outside of yourself and into the future and try to grow towards that person, I always do that now. Like now that I'm working, I can put those goals toward that future now, where back then I had to kind of train myself to get there and retrain my brain. So you helped me with that a bit. Yeah. Yep.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. And just seeing yourself from that futuristic place and being her now, right, which is what you stepped into doing. So that's a really cool thing about coaching. Like, a lot of people don't really know the depths of what it is. And each coach does, there's coaches, as I mentioned the other day, there's coaches for so many different things, right? But just really learning how to make those shifts and changes in your life that you can't have for the rest of your life. Like Kelly was saying to me earlier today, this is the way that I think now. I don't I don't think the way that I used to. Like, I don't think in a defeatist way. I think about how it is that I want to see it, and then I go and I make it happen. Mm-hmm. So that's the cool long-term effect of coaching and just retraining who you are. So that's awesome. And then COVID hits and the pandemic hits, and share how, like, this idea of this particular business that you have right now resurfaced and how you pivoted.
Yes. Okay. I definitely pivoted. So about 3 years ago, I looked into the card yard business opportunity, and I did a lot of research. I was very close to doing it. And I put it on pause. It wasn't the right time. It just didn't feel right. I wasn't quite sure why, but at the time I just put it off to the side. And so back in March, my 2 middle boys' birthdays were the first week of April, and we always do like a big celebration, and we always like to make it special. But during this pandemic COVID time, you couldn't do that. Like, you're just stuck inside your house and you really couldn't leave. And this is when it was super, super strict and kind of scary at the time, you know? So I was like, maybe we can do this car parade. I'm like, I wish we had those signs that I looked at 3 years ago. No one has those signs. So in my head, I'm like, ding, ding, ding. I'm going to get those signs, and I'm going to do them for everybody, for everybody's birthday, for everybody's celebration. It is time. The time is now. So I started doing my homework. I did some interviewing. I called a bunch of people, and I got right on top of it about in April. And then in June, my business closed, and we had our grand opening. And it's been 2 months now. So that's where we're at.
And it's been 2 months, and she's hiring people.
I am.
Her business is like exploding. It's so so great to bring a story of a thriving business during a time like this, because I think there's a lot of fear and a lot of doubt and a lot of just worry about venturing into something new. And there's businesses every day that are opening, and there are entrepreneurs out there who are shining and are thriving. So this is such a great example. You're a great example of that. And a really cool thing is that, like, do you remember when we were working together, one of the things that you were considering doing was being a social media strategist, because Kelly's very good with social media. And so she was doing a lot of that. And now, like, this is an arm of her business that she knows how to do that. She doesn't need to, like, in this moment, hire out. I mean, she can if she wants to, but right. She knows how to do all that social media, all the different platforms to promote her business.
That's a lot of fun.
Which is so
yeah. Like, I feel like my personality comes out through my social media, my Card My Yard Western Springs pages, because I'm a little silly. I like to celebrate big, and I just
Kelly, you like to have fun. Kelly likes to have fun.
I do.
She is a fun girl to be with.
I do. And
I'm saying that from experience.
Yes, I love to laugh. Laughing is huge. And sometimes if you start going through my social media and you'll read about what I say about a child or a couple or something, my silliness comes out. But it is who I am, and I love it. And I get to spread that joy to everybody now. And it's just, everything on my page is happy, and it's funny, and it's a great celebration. And I'm so proud of people in general. And so I get to show that on my page about everybody else. So it's great. Yeah,
that is so awesome. So what do you think has been one of the most rewarding things of all of our coaching work together, if you had to tie it all up in a knot?
Oh, yeah. There's so many. Gosh, I feel like one rewarding thing that I do every single day is, so I'm not getting a ton of sleep. I'm working about 8 to 10 hours a day. And it's a lot of work, and it's hard. However, every day I think about my life coaching from you, and I think about God, and I thank him for this every single day. Instead of being stressed, complaining, worried, I actually go the
Kelly,
other way.
we just lost you. Kelly, we just lost you for a second.
Okay.
Can you repeat that? We just lost you. I'm sorry.
I don't know where you lost me at, but I just said every day I'm in the car, and it's at
every single day.
Yes, every single day I'm in the car about 4:45, 5 in the morning, and I do this every day. Everyone has a birthday every day, right? There's no days off. You don't get weekends with this job, right? Weekends off. So sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes I'm like waking up and I'm trying to open my eyes, and you could be upset. You could be complaining. You could be mad. But all I've learned from Patty's training is to be thankful. Thank you, God, for giving this to me. And thank you, Patty, for opening my eyes up and not being mad or sad or angry, but being thankful and being, proud of what I've done. And I'm actually getting to help other people celebrate by doing this work for them. So all in all, it's just a beautiful thing. So I think so that's it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, okay, Kelly, why don't you share where people can find you both online and offline, and any upcoming events or things that you have coming up that you want to share with the audience. And we will put Kelly's info in the comments below as well.
Sure. So if you want to follow me on any social media, which is Instagram or Facebook, it is Card My Yard Western Springs. So there is a Card My Yard in general, but you need to put the Western Springs one so you get the local one. And then on that, you can message me through there. And another way to get a hold of me is if you go to cardmyyard.com, that's our website. That's how you place orders. So anyone can actually go online, place an order. You don't have to call me. We don't have to message. You can it's so simple. It's just all online. However, I do take phone calls and I do take texts and I answer questions if you have questions. But if you don't really need to talk to me, you can just order it. We are sold out all the time, which is a great problem. So you really need to book in advance. I would say maybe 3 weeks in advance or further out, because I get these last minute orders and I don't know if I can do them or not. And I have to go through my inventory and I have to see, I want to make sure I have the right stuff for your child, because if they're really into like a certain sport or into that might already be taken. So I have to look and see what I have available. So last minute things are possible, but it's not always 100%. So if you really want that cool yard sign in your yard for your child or for your husband or for your wife or whoever celebration, book it in advance on cardmyyard.com. So that's really
awesome. Awesome. Well, I am so happy that you were able to join us here today and share your story. For those of you who are interested in learning more about my Results Not Regrets coaching program, feel free to message me through any one of the platforms that we are broadcasting on live today. I am opening spots for September, so please feel free to reach out. Okay, guys, have an amazing day. Thank you. Thank you all. And thank you, Kelly, for coming on here today and sharing, and keep it up.
All right. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.